All right, we're about to start packaging stuff up, but real quick, I got to go down the road and sell this Switch light right here. We're selling it for, I think it's $100, man. Yeah, so we're gonna go head to the gas station, meet up, sell this, and then we're gonna start pulling items over here to start shipping because I think we're at 34 items right now. We got to package up by tomorrow. So yeah, let's go make some money real quick and then get back and get the packaging. Yeah, man. Sorry, I film all my transactions and put it on YouTube of me like buying, selling, trading.
No, you're fine.
Yeah, so make sure everything was set up. But here, first check this thing out. It is already factory reset and good to go.
Okay.
So yeah, there's the power right here, and then boom.
Awesome.
So you just go through, and then got the charger right here as well.
Yeah.
And then with
I've been looking for one for my son, and I've talked to like 3 other people, and the first one, they turned out to be a scam. The second one was like, okay, we can meet, never met, and whatnot. And then the third one, we were supposed to meet last Thursday, and the day before we met, he sold it to somebody else.
Oh
I was
my
like, oh my gosh, like, what is the problem? Like, what's going on? Just take my money.
Yeah, well, perfect. Well, yeah, here's this, and then cash up.
Yes.
Awesome.
So,
hey, thank you. Appreciate it. Thank you. Enjoy. Awesome. All right, so we're back here in the island. I'm starting to get everything laid out that we sold. And I'm gonna put what they actually sold for on the corner right here, so you can actually see the prices. Like this was like $17.99. This sold for $99. But this is 36 of 37 items that we've sold this weekend already. I got to run to the storage unit. I'll take you and show you that real fast. There's this like old retro mouse for a PC that we sold. I'm going to get out of there and bring back here. So I'm going to try to show you everything that sold this weekend and show you exactly the dollar value that is sold for, so you guys can see where whenever I pick this stuff up, when I list it on eBay, and then what it actually sells for. And you see the whole process. But I'm gonna take you to the storage unit, and then we'll come back here, and then we'll break down these numbers right here so you can see exactly what is selling in today's market. But this is a snapshot right here. But yeah, let's go get to the storage unit right now. All we needed out of here right now, it's this mouse right here that sold. It's one of those old vintage mouse pad. I think it sold for like 20 bucks or something. We'll get back to the island and I'll tell you exactly what it sold for. But yeah, so I got a bunch of boxes in there. I got a bunch of Harley stuff right there that I haven't listed on eBay or anything yet. I'm trying to figure out what I'm gonna do with that. But I have tons of these boxes like this in here that I've listed, like you know, did like categories and stuff to let me know whenever it sells on eBay, like what box to look at. Like this is a bunch of tap out gear. You got some Dragon Ball Z, anime, Demon Slayer action figures, some random shoes, baseball glove. You got some clothes. You got, look, more games, some random, like, this is like some instrument thing right here. But, yeah, man, just some cool stuff. Bunch of shoes in this box. Some plushies, some random Pokemon, waffle maker. But yeah, so I do sell other stuff that's not just video game related. But that kind of stuff I kind of put off in the storage unit here because it's more bulkier. And I try to keep most of the video game stuff back in the island. But yeah, so I had to come here get this. I'm gonna put all this stuff back up now. And then we actually gotta head to Walmart real fast. I need to get some boxes, man, because we about to ship so much stuff today. So yeah, let's head to Walmart, then back to the island, and we'll break everything down. So let's get it. All right, let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go, go, run, 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 run. Walmart. There we go. I think it's these right here that I need. Let me see. I think it's for the consoles themselves. Wait, no, that's huge. Actually, this one. Yeah, it's this one for the consoles. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Alright, so we'll get 20. Got it? Got it? Hello? Okay, so we got everything here now. I got the boxes we just bought over there, so we can start packaging stuff up here in a minute and getting this stuff shipped out the door. But yeah, man, we'll just start right here and kind of work our way that way. Because I want to show you guys, you know, some of the best-selling stuff today that to be on the lookout for, and then like value-wise, what you'll make on eBay selling this stuff. Because that's what I sell all this stuff on, is eBay. So let's go and jump straight into it. So we got GameCube games, man. Like, these are so hard to find out in the wild, but when you do, I mean, I'll pick up almost every single one of them. But this one right here sold for $17.99 on eBay. So it's pretty cool. Like I said, man, always be looking for the GameCube games themselves. So yeah, I think it's the only GameCube game that's sold over here right now. Yeah, but tons of Switch. Almost anything like Nintendo related for the right price, man, scoop it up. Because it will sell eventually. Like, you can see my Nintendo games up there, my Nintendo Switch there. Like, you see tons of PlayStation, tons of Xbox games, but you don't see a lot of Nintendo. Not that I'm not buying Nintendo, but just look at the spread right here. What do you see that's mostly down here? Nintendo games, right? Tons and tons of Nintendo. Nintendo sells, so it's hard to keep in stock, so that's a good thing. So yeah, buy that stuff, and I'll even pay a little bit more for Nintendo games because I know it's going to sell so fast. So, but yeah, you got Captain Toad right here, sold for $25.64. And they pay shipping, man. So yeah, this is like what the profit is, what I'm making on eBay selling this stuff. So yeah, you got that. You got Super Smash Bros. $31.49. This right here is such a fast-selling game. Probably the best. Now, I will say this is the best Super Smash Bros. Right here on the Switch. I love this game. I've played probably hundreds, if not thousands of hours on this, man. Me and my family, like, we just still to this day, we play this thing. It's crazy. We got Kirby with that Star Allies right here, $26.99. And yeah, man. So if you see these stickers right here, I went to a video game convention over the weekend and actually set this stuff out to sell there. And that was the price that I originally had it at. And for me, like in my business model and stuff, if you offer me around 15% less than what I have it marked, I'm probably going to take it. 9 times out of 10, I'm going to take it. So I buy this stuff cheap and I sell it cheap. So yeah. And then we got, this is the Xbox One right here. Sold this for $99. Comes with the power cable and the controller. I actually just listed this morning. So that sold within I think 15 minutes of me listing it. So yeah, great price, and that's probably why it sold so fast. So that's really cool. We got Virtual Street Fighter here for the Sega Genesis, which this sold for $22.49. The box is kind of beat up, but it is complete inbox. You can see the game in there. It's got the manual and stuff. This is really cool. It's more of a rare title to find. I had this listed for about, I don't know, maybe 2 or 3 weeks, but it eventually sold $22.49. So yeah, anything CIB, like Sega wise, I picked this stuff up, but Sega is, I'll be honest, Sega's a slow seller, man. This stuff sells slow. I have a little bit of Sega stuff over here, see that? That's left for sale, but I don't buy too much of it. Like I got Mortal Kombat right here, it's $10.25. The stuff's not very expensive, but the thing about Sega, the artwork, like one, it's dark, you see that? But the artwork just peels off and it's just not very durable. And then yeah, man, just I don't know, wasn't too big into Sega. I mean, I played a lot of Sonic, ain't gonna lie. Probably one of the first games I actually like fully beat, probably 2 or 3 times. The original Sonic the Hedgehog, which I got right there, so that's cool. But yeah, anyways, Pokemon for Nintendo Switch right here, Brilliant Diamond, $37.99 is what this sold for. Hey, anything Pokemon related, video game wise, Nintendo, scoop it up, because this right here is, it's hot. Everybody loves the Pokemon games. This right here, $31.49 for Let's Go Pikachu. So again, I took this stuff out to the convention this past weekend too. But yeah, that sold both those right there. Look at that. It's like almost $70 just in these 2 games right here. And all of this stuff comes from yard sales, flea markets, Facebook Marketplace, And everything here I have documented me buying out in the wild, and you can see it on my channel. If you go back and watch a lot of my older videos, you'll see this stuff, and you'll see that I picked this stuff up for a lot of times just pennies on the dollar, man. And I document to show you guys you can do the same thing, because I'll buy this and then some stuff in the collections, like I have this game already in my collection, have this in my collection, but if I didn't, then I will take this, put this in my collection, and sell the rest to try and make, you know, some of our money back till we can keep doing this, buying, rinsing, and repeating. So yeah, but that's cool. This right here was a cool piece. I actually got this at the video game convention this past weekend. Another vendor there sold me this, and then he sold me this game right here, I believe, Pokemon Yellow, and then Pokemon Silver. I paid him, I think, $100 for this right here, which this sold for $70. And then this right here, the Pokemon Yellow, sold for $58.99. And then I sold Pokemon Silver same day. I think I sold it for like $55. So if you do the math, I don't know, that's like $70 profit we made just by, you know, buying from him and then just turn around selling it, because I already have this stuff in my collection. I think I have 2 copies of this one in my collection right here, so I don't need a 3rd or 4th. So yeah, your Game Boys, man. Again, Nintendo, be on the lookout for it. Wii U, $14.99 for the Minecraft story mode. Picked this up over the weekend at a yard sale. Pretty cool. Wii U, I mean, I'm not going to say it was a failed console. I mean, we just sold a Wii U right here for $89.99. So $90 we sold this today. Listed it today, just like this console and this console. We listed all 3 of these today and sold them all almost instantly. So yeah, sold this for $90. It is complete, has all the cables and everything to it. The game was separate. And then we sold the PS2 right here. This is the Fat Boys, what they call them, for $84.99. And then we got the Wii right here. It just comes with 1 controller, all its cables and stuff. We sold that for $35.99. But yeah, that's that stuff right there. Controller we listed this morning, sold for $19.94. That's for the PS4. This right here, like, this is one of the more popular colors, I guess. People like the white Arctic, I think is what it's called. So yeah, Xbox 360, we sold, yeah, we got 2 Xbox 360 games. We sold Turok right here for $13.04. Xbox 360, I mean, there's some really good titles. I mean, there's so many titles, but that's probably one of my definitely top 3 favorite consoles of all time. You got, you know, Xbox 360, the PS2, and then obviously getting into the Switches and stuff. But that's, you know, the best consoles with some of the best titles, man, especially the PS2. I love the PS2 titles. Really cool. We sold this Xbox 360 game here. This is called Fuel. It's got the Blockbuster rental case. I left it in that case. I do have like replacement cases down there I can use, but I just really like that, so I just kept it authentic and original. But that sold for $11.69. So awesome, awesome. Move that right here. You got Mario Kart for the Wii. This right here is just like Mario, not Mario, Wii Sports. Like, this stuff sells so quick. And I sold this for $29.99. This is complete. The disc is clean. So yeah, so this game, Wii Sports, typically always comes with a Wii. Like, hit that eject button and, you know, 9 times out of 10, either this game or Wii Sports is going to pop out of that Wii, because that's what everybody plays. That or Smash Bros, which Smash Bros, I mean, it was alright for this one. It doesn't, you would think of the Super Smash Bros, I probably have a copy or 2 up here somewhere. I can't really see. I got so many Wii games over there. But the Smash Bros, you would think it would go for more for the Wii, but it only goes for like, I don't know, maybe like $15, and it doesn't sell that fast. So yeah. But you got Paper Mario, Super Paper Mario for the Wii, $13.49. Again, you'd think this would go for a little bit more, but it don't. But it does sell fast. I got a couple more copies of it up there. Just chilling with Wii Resorts right there. See that? I'll probably sell today. But anyways, back to what did sell. You got Kirby for Nintendo Switch, sold for $30.60. Awesome, awesome. You got Super Mario 3D World plus Bowser's Fury, sold for $33.29. And again, this is, you know, what we made, because they pay for shipping. So that's what we made off eBay. So that's awesome. The best Pokemon game that has been made, like, still to this day. Like, I love this game. I can play this through every week and it still not get old. But Pokemon Legends of Arceus, $35.99. I have, I think, 3 copies of this. I got 2 that are open and 1 sealed. It's one of the only games really that I do have sealed. I really don't collect sealed games, but I just play this so much. The only reason why I have 2 copies, because whenever I took my Switch with me, I actually forgot this game whenever I went to Texas, so I ended up buying it again just to play it while I was on the road. That's the only reason why I have 2 copies of that for my collection. But yeah, be on the lookout for that. This is a sealed Xbox One game, Rise Son of Rome, which sold for $14.39. I didn't want to put a sticker on here and risk ripping the plastic because the plastic is really thin on here. You can see it kind of like roll over my finger. I didn't want to damage it at all. But yeah, Xbox One games, can't really say be on the lookout for those because they, oh man, they sell so slow. Like, it's the slowest like video game console games that I sell. I might sell 1 or 2 a week, if that. So I really don't pick up a lot. As you can see, that's the only little bit that I do have out of all the games. That's all I have. I'll typically pass on them, and if they're sealed or, you know, something that's, you know, a little bit more popular, I'll buy it. But other than that, I usually just keep on walking by whenever I see Xbox One games, unless it's just a really good deal. But you got the original Xbox game right here, the Hulk, the Incredible Hulk Ultimate Destruction, sold for $25.99. That's awesome. I like the artwork on here, just bringing it back old school. So yeah. And then we got some loose games and stuff over here. I just placed little stickers right here because I'm going to put them on the actual games and stuff themselves. But we already went over this. This sold for $10.25. You have a Nintendo DS Lite, sold for 25 bucks. And yes, this does work. It sold for 25 bucks. You see it's kind of like damaged right there. And then like the spring, if I do it one-handed, it just flops all the way down. See that? So they got a really good deal on this. Whoever bought this probably knows how to repair this stuff. I just don't have the time to repair it. So I just sell it as is for parts and pieces, and then they can get it to work like properly, even though it does turn on. Because I mean, I even have all these Game Boy Colors and stuff right here. See all that? That like the screens are like, you know, kind of damaged on them. Like it's got the sunburn in it. It needs to be replaced. And I've just been collecting those because my hopes is to figure out how to fix that stuff and do like a tutorial for you guys to show you that can be fixed. So I don't know, maybe we'll get to that one day. They just collecting over there. You got Everly over here.
Hi.
Hi. Well, since we're talking about that, we sold this right here for $34.99. This is for the NES cartridge. It's a docking bay. You think you put 10 games in it. Okay. This is really cool. Yeah, open it up. So it does, it slides back, fully functional, and there's some empty cases in here to put the NES games. But yeah, we picked that up a few weeks ago, and that sold for like 35 bucks. So that's just a cool collector's piece. You're not gonna find that really out in the wild, let's be honest. That's the first one I've ever found, and I've been doing this for years. So, but yeah, nevertheless, cool find. Yeah, $34.19 is what that sold for. And then let's move on over here. So you got Tetris for the Game Boy, $18.99. You got Metroid for the Nintendo 3DS, sold for $28.79. You got a random Switch controller, the right one, which sold for $17.99. You got some Switch games over here. Super Mario Maker 2 for $22.49. What is this? Fae Farms. Never played this Switch game, but it sold for $19.99. Pretty cool. Pokemon Yellow, $58.99. Always pop these in, make sure they do save and all that and work properly because the batteries die, and then a lot of times they just don't play for whatever reason. So, but that one's good to go. You got Pokemon Sword right here, sold for $29.69. And then you got a PS1 game, Twisted Metal 2, man. I love these games, love Twisted Metal. I have all of them in my collection, but this sold for $13.29 loose. I'll pop this into a random case over here and ship it out so it don't get damaged. And then this piece right here, one of the coolest pieces we sold. This sold for $49.49. But check this out, man. It's fully functional. Look at this. This brings back memories. Watch this. Dang. Yeah, I know you remember that as a kid. Really cool, right? Yep. That's awesome. But so that's all that stuff right there. And then the last piece is this right here that I want to talk to you guys about. Yes, this right here sold for $145. Random fax machine. But this caught my attention because look, it's sealed. The box is pristine. It's clean. Yeah, man. And I bought this for $5 this past weekend. But stuff like that, that's like vintage and old and sealed in a box still, and there's no damage to it, be on the lookout for that stuff and pick it up because it sells for big money. I sold that same day for, yeah, 145 bucks. So, yeah, and I paid $5 for it. Crazy, I know. So, yeah, but that's all the stuff right here that I kind of wanted to break down and show you guys to be on the lookout for. It's like the stuff that's selling in today's market that's current. So, yeah, now I got to pack all this stuff up. And yeah, it's going to be a ride because I think it's like 37 items. So let's get to it, man. Woo! Alright, it's the next morning, man. Yes, I'm in uniform getting ready to go to work. We got everything boxed up over here. Sage, can't say she helped, but she watched. But yeah, man, so this ended up being, I think, 38 items all together right here. Crazy. This took so long to box all this stuff up, get all this right here ready to go. Wild, man. You saw like the whole process and stuff of like breaking it down and all that, everything that did sell. So that's like what's selling today. And then also last night while I was sleeping, this right here sold also. This sold for like, I think like 27 bucks. I'll tell you the prices right now. So this sold for $7.20. Yep, 27 bucks. Let's see, $13.49. It's sold for $10.82. They got a good deal on this. That's only because I don't have the power cord, so that's why this right here was so cheap. And then this right here sold for $19.99. So yeah, I'm gonna get that boxed up right here as well, and that way I can ship out all of this stuff today. And yeah, remarks complete. But all in all, so after everything was said and done with this right here, it's not counting this stuff here that sold, but this that sold over the weekend, after shipping, fees, taxes, all that stuff, including like the boxes and stuff I paid, the total value that we made this weekend profit-wise off of all that stuff was $541.13, man. So yeah, that's what we made this past weekend selling on eBay. That's all of this stuff right here. So yeah, that in my eyes was a huge win. So yeah, I'm excited. That's why I love doing this stuff right here. But you see the processes, I do it, you can do it. And so yeah, get motivated, and you already know till tomorrow's video, stay awesome.